Now, coming to the value of biodiversity or importance of biodiversity. We know all these plants and animals are of very um, special importance to mankind. All the organism in an ecosystem are interlinked and interdependent on each species. No matter how small they are, all these animals or organisms, they play a unique role in the ecosystem. So, a rich biodiversity is essential for the health, stability, and proper functioning of this our biosphere. For humankind, for us, for humankind, the service provided with biodiversity is invaluable and it is enormous, you can say. Besides being a source of extractable resources like food, fuel, fiber, it plays a key role in ecosystem processing, providing the regulating, cultural, and supporting services. Uh, an estimate shows that all these services are free of cost, and this value is estimated to be 16 to 54 trillion US dollars per year. It's a very huge amount, and everything is free of cost. Now, based on the benefits it provided to the mankind, the value of biodiversity can be considered or studied in three different heads. First one is they provide biological resources. Biodiversity provide biological resources, and they have a very big environmental value, and they have social, cultural, and aesthetic values. So, all the benefits provided by the biodiversity can be studied in these three headings. Now, we will see one after the other the three different aspects. The first one is provision of biological resources. Global food security. Biodiversity gives global food security to the humankind and all the life on the earth. And the medicinal, they act as medicinal resources, and they also are gene resources. The food security. Biodiversity is the very basis of agriculture and our food system. The food we eat every day throughout our lives comes from agricultural biodiversity. And this biodiversity provides humans with not only with food, but raw materials for goods such as cotton and wool for clothing and wood for shelter and fuel. And this biodiversity, food and nutrition, they interact, this biodiversity, food and nutrition. These three, they interact on a number of key issues, and it contributes directly to food, food security, nutrition, and well-being, providing a variety of plant and animal from domesticated and wild resources. And uh, in the world, on the planet, there are around 3 lakh 50,000 angiospermic species are there, but 80,000 of these angiospermic species possess food value. That means they're of food value. Out of this 80,000, only uh, the human beings or the human race, they take only 12 plants and 5 animal species provides 75% of the world's food, and around 15 to 20% of all animal protein comes from aquatic animals, that are fish, crabs, prawns, etc. Okay, and these 12 plants include wheat, rice, maize, potato, sugarcane, cassava, banana, onions, apples, grapes, soybeans. These are the 12 plants thus produce 75%, no, 75% of the world's food. And these five animals are sheep, cattle, goat, pig, and chicken. They're called as big five. These five animals, they and these 12 plants, they provide 75% of the world's food. Because of population explosion and poverty, globalization, and climate change and global warming, this food security faces significant challenge during the recent times. Coming to the next benefit or next value of biodiversity is this biodiversity acts as medicinal resources for humankind. For centuries, human beings have long depended on plant and animal extracts for almost all medical treatments, and this type of treatment remains essential even today. The World Health Organization, WHO, estimates that up to 80% of the global population still relies on plants for primary health care. Nearly half of all human pharmaceuticals existing today, they use um, the medicines they use or the pharmaceuticals the drugs they prepare were originally derived from the natural sources. For example, painkillers like opiate and morphine are derived from poppies, and anti-malarial drug quinine is produced by cinchona. Aspirin is extracted by bark leaves of willow trees. This is anti-cancer component is derived from this periwinkle, rosy periwinkle. You can call this the scientific name is Vinca rosea, and Ravelfia serpentina. It's Sarpagandhi or Sarpagandha. This is effective. It is effectively used in the treatment of hypertension. And all these plants, there are several thousands of plants, are used as medicinal resources. If you take animals, uh, the shark liver oil is used as a vitamin D supplement, and heparin, an anticoagulant, it is used to control blood clots, is obtained from pig intestines and ox lungs. And another anticoagulant like agrastat is isolated from venom of the saw-scaled viper. And very famous insulin was previously isolated for diabetics from pig and buffalo pancreatic cells. So, this biomedical research is also greatly dependent on natural supply of plant and animal materials as well as microbes for understanding the physiology of humans and treatment of the diseases. Not only this, microbes like mm, the antibiotics like penicillin and other antibiotics are derived from microbes.